Yeah, back with another one. 245 Sports and myself, Dens, L Caps, and SB man. How you doing?
Good, bro. Good. What are you saying?
I'm good, man. Just coming off watching this England game.
Yeah, decent game, decent game.
Yeah, let's jump straight into it. England 2, Ukraine 0. Yeah, just a routine win for England. Expected. Looking at Ukraine's starting 11, they don't really pose much of a threat. England's 11 is much better than Ukraine's 11. And yeah, England dominated. Well, not dominated the game, but it was a routine win. Done what they needed to do. Saka, man of the match.
Yeah.
Another great performance, goal and assist. And yeah, 6 points out of 6. Good start for Gareth Southgate. In my opinion, more can be done, but you can't complain. 100% record so far.
Good win. Good win. Saka is a shame he plays for Arsenal because he's so sensational.
Top player.
That guy he's outstanding. And he was by far the best player on the pitch. Anytime he got the ball, just looked a threat. Can beat you left or right. And his footballing IQ is just every time I see him, it just looks like he's getting more and more intelligent on the ball. When to make the right passes, when to cross, when to take a player on. He's starting to get that finishing. He's working on it. That goal was sensational. I was like, nah, I was confessing. I was like, if Man United had Saka, no, I hate Arsenal, man, big man thing. But yeah, no. Saka's wavy, man. Saka was cold.
Top player. And yeah, it's getting to a point where England need to build the team around him now. You know, Kane's the present. Saka's the present and the future of England. And yeah.
I think he needs to get treated like the best young player, best young English player. It's not Foden, it's not Jude Bellingham, it's not anyone else. It's him.
Yeah.
And yeah, the team should be built around him, catered to him eventually. I think at the very by the end of next Euros, it should be Saka's team. They should be looking to really, really enforce that, if not start earlier. But yeah, it was a good win. Ukraine made it hard in the beginning. The first 20 minutes, they did actually defended pretty well. I see a problem for England though, especially also in the Italy game. Sometimes they have difficulty progressing the ball, especially through the left hand side. Maguire, right-footed, are playing the left hand side of the partnership, centre back partnership. He's always. I just don't feel he's a good fit, especially with Jude Bellingham that side too. I don't feel he's good at receiving the ball. He's not technical enough to be doing that with his back to goal. So that could be an issue for England moving forward, especially in the actual tournament. I don't mind what Southgate's doing. He's doing a good job, but maybe the team he picks is what is probably going to hold them back eventually. But do you guys have any thoughts on the selection today?
The selection, my only thing is the formation. I think England are best suited to play 4-2-3-1.
Okay.
4-3-3, that three midfield, they don't know how to play with each other, in my opinion. They're just got enough talent and ability. 4-2-3-1 is more structured. I think people's roles are more defined, so they'll know what to do. You can see Bellingham, he's thriving in that position. He's basically allowed to roam and do what he wants, which is good for him. And then Henderson and Rice are more sitting back. And yeah, it's looking good now, but against the top teams, that's where we'll see. I think it will get exposed at the highest level.
I think so too. I think so as well.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem. Like they're looking.
I don't think. So then, what are you saying?
No, go on.
I was gonna say I don't think they have. If they're gonna start Henderson and Rice, I don't think they're good enough to do a 4-2-3-1. I don't think those two are good enough.
Henderson should have been even near the squad. He's not good. He's so stiff. He's so basic.
You see, if you're gonna have 4-2-3-1, you need good ball progressors and people who are good on the ball. Those two, and Rice is decent. Henderson, no. So that's why I don't really blame him for trying the 4-3-3 because his two base midfielders are not good on the ball. And then you're going to leave Bellingham as the one creative talent, and he's not really that. Bellingham's good. I think Bellingham's overrated. I think he's good for his age, but the way they go on like he's some generational talent, I don't see it. Not yet, anyways. Hopefully one day he will be, but right now he's not that guy that they keep trying to make out to be. So you got three players in the middle. You got two as a base, one who's not really that creative, anyways. Because as Bellingham is he the kind of person you see stringing passes together, free balls? No. So it's not suited to a 4-2-3-1. The players that he's picking.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, in that case, I would remove Henderson and then put Rice and Bellingham as the base in the 2, and then Maddison, Foden in the 10.
Yeah.
Nah, I see Bellingham. I feel he's. I think he only playing in 3, and if he's the least technical player you have in your 3, that's where he can really, really thrive. I think. As I feel like if you're relying on him for ball progression, he likes to roam a bit too much for me, from what I've seen. You need to put someone almost to hold his hands, technically, I would say. Like if you play Grealish on the left, I don't know, Bellingham on the left hand side of the 3, then you play Rice in the middle, then I don't know, Maddison, and especially Harry Kane too. Those all 3 can carry him, and he can just use his physical talents and expose the opposition. That's what I think. But yeah, it could be a problem against the better sides in the tournament.
Because I don't understand why he started Maddison on the left. It don't make sense. Like you said, SP. If you say you have Grealish on the bench, who started? Was it you take out Henderson, you have your Bellingham, Rice, and Maddison in the middle. Take out Henderson and then put Grealish on the left. That's a lot more attacking, and that's a lot more creative already. So I don't think for me the formation wasn't the worst formation. It's just the utilization of the players and the positions, and that's why for me I think Southgate is a criminal. He's not good enough. And the problem England faced continuously, England are cursed. Every time they have a sick team, they have a crap manager. 2004, when they had a sick team, they had a crap manager. Now they got a sick squad. They got a rubbish manager. People are going to say he's got to semi-finals and finals, but this team are getting there based on talent. They're like Ollie. Remember United under Ollie? We were just getting to finals and semis under. It was just pure vibes. It's just because of the talent that we had, not because the manager was good. And that's what England are experiencing. But when they get to like the latter stages, they meet teams who got talent and are well coached, and then they lose. The last World Cup, England had talent, France had talent, but what was the difference? France had a bit more coaching. They lost. In the finals against Italy, they should have beaten Italy, but Italy had a much better coach. They lost. That final was a travesty, and I keep saying it. They should have sacked him there and then. Home final, you're at home to Italy, who are not that good. And it shows the benefit of having a good manager in place. Italy wasn't that good, but they had a much, much better manager, and he made a difference, and they beat England.
I think the 70% was holding back Southgate and his England team is just personnel selection. It's just I feel if you fix that, that's like 70% of the problem there. They're good enough to win already. Because
just off talent,
yeah, just based off that already, they're good enough to beat, I don't know, almost every team in the world, except for like maybe like Brazil and France, maybe.
England touched Brazil.
Yeah, if they pick the right 11, they'll
But that's the problem with Southgate. He won't pick it, and that's part of management.
Yeah,
he won't pick the right 11 because England right now. Imagine you pick a Saka and a Rashidi with a Kane. Yeah. You have a Foden or Maddison or Grealish in the middle with Rice and Bellingham. That attack and midfield, crazy.
It's long.
You still got Trent or Walker or Reece James. You got Chilwell, Ben White, Stones, Tomori. You got all these players.
Yeah, Dan Burn.
You got all of these lot. But he maintains and he can insist on picking his favourites. Calvin Phillips has played 2 minutes of football, selected him against Italy.
That I ain't gonna lie, that he needs to be called out for that. That's disgraceful. Because there's no way to justify it. Well, the only way to justify it is I guess he was suited for that game, but it's almost like he's trying to give him minutes. It's not, yeah.
And the things you are telling other players that Sancho, he didn't pick Sancho for the World Cup because he didn't have minutes. But you're selecting Calvin Phillips, who hasn't played any. He's played 1 minute.
Yeah,
You
same with
selected him.
Maguire. Same with
Maguire has been riding bench all season. You picked him, but Sancho didn't have enough minutes. Rashidi didn't have enough minutes.
Yeah,
there's not consistency.
And then, like, yeah, and someone like Dan Burn or Ben White, like them two. Okay, you can say Ben White is he's a centre back playing right back or whatever, but real man, like someone like Ten Hag, we all know Shaw is a left back, but he was playing him centre back.
That's what elite managers do. They can see past the actual position.
That's what I'm saying. Like, different mentality. I think someone like Southgate would maybe be scared to do that because of the media perception. Or he just doesn't have the eyes to see it. I don't know, but
yeah, it's what managers across the continent do across Europe. Because I remember when I first started noticing that, it's Daley Blind. He was playing. Where was he playing for Man United? He wasn't playing centre back because for his country.
Left back.
He played centre back for Holland, I swear. Or for what team in Holland? Was it Ajax he played for? Centre back?
Played for Ajax.
He played centre back.
I think it was a DM for Ajax.
But yeah, I think he played centre back for Holland for a while, in 3. And it doesn't matter how tall you are, just how good you are. It's like what you can do on the ball, the progression. Like, I think England would be better if actually Luke Shaw was left centre back and they had Chilwell on that side. Because then I feel like when you have Maguire's right-footedness closes off that side of the pitch when he faces, he's naturally right-footed, isn't it? So, but he'll never have the balls to actually do that, which is.
And Shaw's got pace as well, recovery pace. So if you're worried about getting counted in the break, you've got Shaw at the back with Stones and Walker. That's a lot faster than Maguire. And then Chilwell's good left back.
Even better than that, Dan Burn, left-footed centre back. I've been saying for a while, Webster, much better on the ball than Maguire, and defensively, I don't see much of a difference.
Yeah,
between Maguire and Webster.
They've got the same similar strengths as well, so it's not like the same weaknesses too. You would say.
Yeah, so I don't know. He just needs to have the eyes to see. It's kind of frustrating, to be honest.
But he's had chances in friendlies to change up and mix it up, but he hasn't gone with those opportunities. So how can he try it now?
That's why he needs to get sacked.
In a time where you need to qualify.
Well, he does, like you were saying earlier, he does have an opportunity in these qualifiers coming up against teams that England should beat in their sleep.
They should beat with a C team.
He won't do it though. That's the thing. The problem with him, people saying he's giving bare players caps, but when it matters, he doesn't play them, or he'll give them like 5-minute cameos. Ivan the Terrible, he's been on the bench for how many games now, and he came on 10 minutes today. His first cap for England. Maddison, at the age of 26, is now getting his first start for England. Come on, man.
Yeah,
the guy's a criminal.
What I'd like to see, if he had any, I like the idea personally because I came up with it, is Harry Kane in the 10 and Ivan Toney up top, leading the line, and then you have, I don't know, Rashford and Saka either wing. I still like it because I feel Harry Kane likes to drop anyway, and then you could Ivan Toney be the one to stretch the defense because he wants to run in behind, because there's no in behind threat.
But then if you put Kane in the 10, you're gonna have to play Rice and Phillips for solidarity in the middle.
Yeah, I don't mind. More goal scorers on the pitch. I don't mind.
Yeah, but then no progression on the ball. Who's bringing the ball up?
It's just about no progression. How do?
Exactly, but then if you then put Kane, he's gonna go doubly defensive in the middle. He's gonna play Rice and Phillips.
But to be fair, he played Rice and Phillips and Bellingham on what was it, Thursday against Italy, and they still did well. Phillips and Rice are good double pivot.
The thing is with Kane in the 10, I hate what you're saying about Tony being in behind, but Rashford can do that from the left.
This is what I'm trying to say. So if Rashford has the opportunity just to run in behind, those two can hold up the ball because that's what they like to do, similar things, Tony and Kane. So there's going to be options on the ball for everybody. That's what's my thoughts anyway.
I hear that, but to be honest, my personal preference would be Sterling in the 10. Actually, I think that's his best position. I think he played his best football when he was playing 10 at Liverpool. But yeah,
I'd like to see Sancho in the 10.
No.
To be honest, he's played in the 10 for United, he ain't that too good, man.
but yeah, it's a good problem to have for Southgate, but he's just not addressing it well, in my opinion. All these options and formations and players.
Well, we know. To be fair, we know how he moves anyway. We shouldn't be surprised now. To be fair, should we still be complaining? We know how he moves.
He should get sacked. He's rubbish.
One more thing on Southgate, I saw an article with him saying that he's concerned that not enough England players are playing at the highest level. What are your thoughts on that statement?
Highest level in terms of for their clubs.
Yeah.
He means the players that he wants to pick, who he's buddy with, are not
Not
playing.
playing at the highest level.
That's what he means. Because English players are playing, just not the ones you want to pick.
Because Tomori's playing at the highest level.
Yeah, Ben White's playing at the highest level.
Ben White, Dan Burn, your boy, Webster. All these man, Stones.
Madison's been playing at the highest level, but you didn't pick him.
Madison's Leicester's Lord and Savior at the moment.
Let me say, he says at the lack of English players playing at an elite level. So maybe he's talking about, being important players in the Champions League, title contention, that sort of thing.
I mean, you can't force them into levels that they're not good enough to play in.
Yeah.
Because people have been trying to force Mount as an elite player. Mount is rubbish. So, I don't know. You can't force managers to play English players if they're not good enough.
It's a double-edged sword because if the league is so powerful, it's going to attract the best talent globally. So do you want a weaker league playing more English players at the highest level, or do you want the most strongest league with the most money, the most revenue, and like potentially have less English players playing at for the most elite clubs?
The thing they need to replicate that France's model. You know how they got? I think they started trying to do it with St. George's Park, but where they get the young players from early and just coach them, technical, blood them, and you graduate from it into like elite players. Like none of this whole. They need to get in some Spanish. I think the Premier League has realized your Spanish managers are the way to go because there's about 10 of them in the league now. If you check the league, there's every team has a Spanish manager. Getting some Spanish managers into St. George's Park teaches them some technical ability with their physicality. Blood them from young.
I think another one to that is the under-21s. Like they have a chance to blood the youngsters getting into international football without any real repercussions, so they can make their mistakes, learn how to travel to another country, stay in a hotel, prepare for an international game, have that mentality. But I feel like they don't utilize that enough. Like good young players get graduated straight to the first team. Like imagine Bellingham. Bellingham's a good young player, but he's still learning. But imagine if you put him in the under-21s and give him a chance to learn how to be a real leader on an international level. They don't do things like that. And it's annoying because if England done simple things here, they would be a dominant force in world football with no issues. They could have done the same.
The Bellingham thing is the press. Imagine the English press here. Bellingham starting for Dortmund. He's the highest scorer for Dortmund. And then England would dash him in the under-21s. Oh, they would kill him.
I remember years ago, the Germany team that won the World Cup in 2010. I remember they had like a youth Euros. They had most of the team that played there were playing in that 2010 squad. People like Ozil. I remember that squad had it 14. Was stacked. What World Cup did they win? 2014.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
But they came on the scene in 2010, innit?
Yeah.
All of them came. 2010.
I remember they had a bunch of youngsters in under 21s.
Khedira, Ozil.
Yeah. So if England, I think even Foden, like it's difficult for Foden because he's in and out of the team. But if you put him as the main fixture in a under 21s team and made him the man, Like you give him a chance of growing what's the word, stature.
Yeah.
Give him a chance to really learn, and yeah, they don't.
But
They
the thing
don't
is,
do
yeah, it'll be tough because these England players, all of them are earning 50k plus. The egos won't allow, because all these other European players, yeah, they're players and they're 21-year-olds or under 21s and they're earning the money these are earning. So imagine telling a Foden who's on 100k or whatever, go play for under 21s. Tell her to F off.
Yeah, but that's the culture. We promote too many players too quickly in this country.
No, but
Whereas,
even like for their clubs, they're playing for their clubs and getting all these money for their clubs, and then we
yeah,
tell them,
but look at what France did. Camavinga just about plays for France, and he's playing for Real Madrid. He just about plays for them. If that was England now, Camavinga would be the poster boy. They will never stop talking about him.
now the one thing with England, yeah, they don't like playing young midfielders because
Mm.
Bellingham, we had to fight for Bellingham to get into the team. He doesn't like playing young midfielders. If you're like a younger attacking player, then yeah. But if you're like in the center, I don't really see England really giving young players the chance to play in the middle of the park. It's more so if you're out attacking, then they'll probably give you opportunities. I
You,
think most teams are like that. They don't really give younger midfielders a chance to start like that. The international
you,
scenes.
you say that, but if you really think about it, this England team's getting old. The squad's getting old. Think about it. How many young players are there in this team that are good? So you got Saka, you got Bellingham, you got Foden, Ramsdale, Calvin Phillips, Declan Rice. That's about 6 or 7 players max out of a 25-man squad. That's
Green
under like
Goblin.
20. Boy, that's under in this squad. That's under like 25. So they're getting old. So it'll be wise to start pushing or start blooding in the next gen and bring a whole generation through.
Who are the next gen?
Boy, there's ballers, man. There's ballers. There's ballers everywhere. Let me bring Collie up. I've still got my boy Emil Smith Rowe, man.
Who?
The under 21 played
Yeah.
last night, innit? So
Ramsey's good.
Yeah. Ramsey's good. Carney Chukwemeka is still good.
do you know who's good? Colwill, Levi Colwill.
Levi, yeah, he's really good. He's good.
Yeah.
Like he should be starting. He should be starting some games now. He should be starting to come through. I would say just bleed him in a little bit here and there. But
What about that guy that plays for Chelsea, Maduaki?
yeah, he scored yesterday.
Yeah. I wouldn't play him in the international, but
No,
I
not
think under
yet.
21 is perfect for him.
Yeah.
It's perfect for him.
No, English just snatched them Musiala, you know.
But that's the thing, they didn't rate him. That's why Chelsea let him go to Bayern. He wanted to play for England, and he was playing for England youth teams. But because Chelsea, England didn't have the eyes to see the talent.
Germany snatched him real quick.
Yeah. That's the thing, because he's not like a physically dominant player like that. I think when he was young, he was smaller. Yeah, exactly. His dribbling ability is crazy. Well, yeah, that's England. Like there's still work to do for them, but you can't really say much because it's 6 out of 6. So, but yeah, let's move to another international team, France. You know, they're starting a new era under new captain,
And the new president.
new president, Kylian Mbappe. But yeah, the thing I want to talk about is that the controversy that was in the French media. Antoine Griezmann made it clear that he wanted to be the captain,
F that guy, man.
and Deschamps decided to go with Mbappe. But I think there was a lot of criticism in the French media. They thought Griezmann should have got the captaincy instead of Mbappe. So what are your thoughts on that? Was that the right choice?
Isn't this what French people do? If you look at what they're doing in their politics in their country in Paris, how they react to certain news, there's always some drama in the French squad. It's just probably how French people are, and they they exaggerate everything. And Griezmann is an old timer. He's had his time. Griezmann 2013 was the guy. 2013, 14, 15, 16. He was the guy. This is Mbappe's time. And if you look at who's going to lead the team for the next 10 years, is Mbappe. So Deschamps has obviously made the right decision. I'm sure. In fact, we all know he's documented. Mbappe is a diva. He's a big time diva, and he might be a prick still, and he might not be the best teammate. But who else is really going to be the guy to captain the team? Who else? Yeah, I don't really see anyone else captain the team for the next 10 years.
Yep.
Maybe you give it to like a more established, like a traditional captain position in the centre back position. Maybe give it to Saliba eventually. Give it to goalkeeper. Give it to Tchouaméni eventually. But as of now, no one's really ready to be the captain. So I don't mind it.
Yeah, I agree. Mbappe is the present and the future of France football, if you like it or not. I think for the sake of the morale of the dressing room, it had to be him. Because like you said, SB, he's a diva. And if Deschamps gave the captaincy to Griezmann, you would have seen it in Mbappe's performances. Maybe he would have let it be known that he wasn't happy. So I think that was the right choice by Deschamps. And I don't think the players are mad that he's the captain. I don't think they can be mad because he showed in the World Cup who he is. And when the game was on the line, the highest of highest stages, he showed out. He stepped up when people like Dembele were having stinkers. So all-time stinkers.
I forgot about that,
Yeah. So Mbappe is the right choice. And I don't see why there's any criticism, to be honest. How can you criticize the choice?
But in the France squad, remember there's cliques in that France squad. Remember there was some talk on beef with which strikers to go with, Giroud or Benzema. Do you remember that during the World Cup?
Yeah.
When Benzema was injured, some people wanted Benzema to come back. Some people wanted him to just go away. And I'm sure Griezmann was the part of that too. And like people like Hugo Lloris, some people like that, they got cliques in that squad. But that's the old timers though. They're going.
Yeah, they need to get, because in the World Cup, like Denz was saying, when they needed someone to step up, when they needed a beacon, the light of hope, who were they looking to? All of them were looking to Mbappe.
Exactly.
When every time they got the ball, who were they looking to pass to? Mbappe. When they were in trouble, who were they looking to dig out? Mbappe. So already he's showing his leadership abilities. The team trusted him to bring him out of the darkness, and he did. He's showing it on the world stage that come off the hour, come off the man. He's already won the World Cup with France in 2018, and he got a goal in the final that time as well. And then in this World Cup, he got 3 goals in the final. So he's proven that I'm a big game player. I step up for my country when needed. So I think it's a natural progression for him to be captain of France. He's by far the best player. Right now, Mbappe is the best player in the world. And previously, when you had Messi and Ronaldo, both of them are captains for their teams as well. Best players, captains. Not that all the time the best players have to be captain, but teams naturally look up to their best players. Like us, if you're playing 5-a-side or 11-a-side or whatever, if you're looking to make a pass, you're looking at the best player. If they're available, you're looking to pass it to him because you're thinking this is the guy that's going to do the business for me. It's a natural progression for me, so I don't see why there's any agenda apart from that young racismo. Has to be said, man.
I get the sentiment. Griezmann has been a great player for France, one of their best players ever, to be honest. 2000, when they won the World Cup in 2018, he was the man, him and Mbappe. But that was the captain. The time he should have been captain from, in that period. And in that period, they decided to go with Hugo Lloris. So, yes, it's a bit of unfortunate timing, but the right decision was made at the end of the day.
Yeah, because he's 32. He's in the next 2 years, he's gone. So what's the point? Why don't you establish something now with with Mbappe? Why make what's his name Griezmann captain? Get rid of him in 2 years to then bring in Mbappe. When you can have Mbappe now, everyone gets used to his leadership and you move on. Griezmann's just been I can't say it, man. I can't say it.
But I want to say Griezmann, I think he's taking it well. I don't think he's made any complaints. He just made it known that he wanted to be captain, and he didn't get it. So I don't think there's any negative on him. It's more like the press criticizing the decision.
Because they'll be damned to see, because they went from a blue-eyed white boy to now a Ninja Turtle looking black guy. They'll be damned if a black guy captains the country. But that's what's happening. Accept him, man. You lot were happy to colonize and do a madness, bruv. Accept him, man. Captain's a black guy.
I'm not gonna lie, like France, England as well. I'm gonna bunch you. Like, you just got to accept it, to be honest. Like, especially our generation. When our generation start having kids in this country,
we're coming.
And in France is what is long.
We're coming.
It's long.
Bro, I got a sneaky theory that Southgate's gonna make Saka captain. You know,
captain of what?
England, and I can't wait. I got because think about the options right now.
Rice
is the obvious one, but I just got a feeling he's gonna captain England one day.
Saka.
Yeah.
It seems like everyone loves him, like he's a likable character, but I don't know if that's a reason why you should pick someone as captain.
There's gonna be uproar too.
I don't think Saka should be captain.
Southgate rates him highly though. Southgate always plays him, always talks him up. He was playing him when he wasn't really fully established in the team.
That's the one good thing about Southgate. He saw the potential in Saka, but I don't think Saka should be captain, only because Saka doesn't strike me as the kind of player that needs that kind of attention on him. I think he needs to be under the radar. Just let him flourish and do his thing. Other players because the media's talking about Foden and all these other lot. Saka will just be doing his thing. Don't give him the captaincy and pile on unnecessary pressure. Like at Arsenal, he's not captain. They gave it to Ødegaard. They could have given it to Saka, but they gave it to Ødegaard. Don't give it to Saka. Saka he's a fantastic footballer. He doesn't need that added pressure or unwarranted pressure. Imagine Saka gets a trim. The captain of England got a haircut. Oh my God, what's happening here? You don't need that. Yeah, leave Saka alone, man.
Yeah, I think Rice is the one that comes to mind in terms of England captain moving forward.
You can see on the pitch, like he's telling people, get here, do that. You can see the leadership. Not to say Saka's not a leader, but I think Rice shows more leadership than Saka.
And I think that Rice is the sort of captain that the nation will get behind, to be honest. I don't think people will be mad. There won't be any controversy. Easy choice.
With Saka, I think people would get behind him, but the thing with Saka is I don't feel like he gives us that captain
they'll get behind energy until he drops a stinker.
Yeah, they'll be like, that black Saka.
Like, you know what they'll say? They'll be like, you know what? That Saka that. Yeah, I think that's what they'll say.
Fam. Yo, you know they'll be like that the Nigerian born or the Nigerian raised English player Saka.
Like he's
bring out the
here.
Nigerian roots.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. They're like, Nigerian immigrant Saka captains England to another disaster. Something mad like that.
I just want to see Talk Sport the night he captains England. I just want to hear Talk Sport that night. It might be a deadly day.
The English that Simon
fans that call in.
Yeah.
Not being funny, right? But I don't know. Like, there's something about him. I'm just not feeling him.
I don't think he's ready to be captain of England. The Three Lions. Yeah, there's something about him. I just can't put a hand on it. Black. I don't want that for Saka. Mbappe's got the charisma, he's got the diva-ship to handle that kind of stuff. He wants it.
And he's diva, and he's got the credentials. He's got the history behind him.
He's got the stature, and not to say Saka he hasn't got the credentials or ability, but Mbappe's got the diva. I want to be the captain. I want to be viewed as that guy. So let him have it. Saka doesn't strike me like that kind of player. So let's leave Saka alone. Let him ball out. I wish that guy plays for United, man. I love the guy, man. He's such a baller. I used to be a Saka hater because he played for Arsenal, but you know when you can't hate no more? Like,
he's too good.
He's undeniable. I can't hate. I want to hate him. I was praying he got injured today. I ain't gonna lie, man. I was like, bruv, if this guy gets injured here, it's a wrap for Arsenal. He's that good. He's that good as we can. You know what? Yeah, ideal scenario: Saka and Zinchenko go into 50-50, both break their legs.
Oh
and
my god!
That's what I was praying for. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm a hater. He's that good. He's got me praying on his downfall. That guy's wavy, man. Got me confessing.
Yeah. One more question on the whole international football thing. Who do you think is the best international team in the world right now?
Argentina, because they won the World Cup.
I don't know. I'm gonna go with France because I feel even if a one-off game happens for the all the marbles again, I feel France got enough talent to win. And going forwards, I feel they're going to be the best team.
I agree. I think France are the best team. Their current squad is good, and the players that are not even in the squad, they got a lot coming through as well, and that will continue to come. And yeah, I think that World Cup final was a special one-off game. Not to discredit Argentina, but like that whole playing for Messi and leading up to it, the whole build-up, I think that was just a one-off game. And I think if they played each other 10 times, France will come out on top 7 times out of 10 at least.
Yeah, because even France, they didn't really play their best team. I feel like, if I remember, Camavinga didn't start. I'm shocked. I'm telling you, Camavinga is a difference maker. If he started that final, I think they would have won because they lost that midfield battle for like 85 minutes, and then all hell broke loose.
Yeah.
And you're forgetting they had Nkunku was out injured.
Yeah, few
Imagine
players
him
weren't playing. Yeah.
And Nkunku, Benzema
out injured. He's quit now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Well, now he's quit, but yeah.
Yeah.
And Nkunku.
Benzema was out. That's 2 players that would have made a hell of a difference. Pogba
too.
Yeah.
Pogba was out.
But yeah, Dembele started. Now they started with Koulibaly now, so yeah.
Martial was out.
No, let's just move on. Let's move on.
Sneak him in.
I think Deschamps has given up on Dembele, I think. Because I think he's 2 major tournaments and he's dropped stinkers in both of them. 2018.
He should be impact sub at this point.
At best, yeah.
Yeah. France are looking at the best team right now. But if technically Argentina are the best, they just won the World Cup.
But I'm gonna be surprised if they don't even. Can they not make South America Copa America? Can they not make it?
They won Copa America.
No, the next one. They can basically in there.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how it works, to be honest. I don't know if all teams automatically qualify.
Yeah.
Or
I'm
not.
not sure. But I can see them going down the cliff because what else do they need to do? Messi would be 40 still playing for them, walking around.
At this point, Messi can do whatever he wants for them. He's won the ultimate trophies for them.
Yeah.
They just named the training ground after him.
Yeah. So Messi can drop stinkers for 5 years, and no one can say nothing to him no more. Why? I've won the Copa America and I won the World Cup back to back. What can you say to me? He's done it. Everything that we accuse him of not doing, he did it in 2 years.
To be honest, I think he's on 99 international goals. I think he should just get 100 and bow out so the next generation can come through and they can move on. Because Messi, in my opinion, the best player of all time, but to play him right now in the team, you have to shape your whole team around him. And 5 years after he retires, it won't spell out well for them because they won't have a real team structure because it would be built around an old Messi.
But the thing is, if you build a team around Messi and you plug in a player who's as good, I don't know, you have a team cohesion already been built. You'll never get someone as good as Messi unless you bring in R9, the young region R9 or whatever. But I don't know, like who out there, what Argentine player is up and coming, apart from Enzo, like a young up and coming.
Julian Alvarez is the
Yeah,
next guy for
Julian,
the
but
yeah.
yeah. So and these lot play already. So
Yeah.
why not? And they've got the taste of winning, won the World Cup. So yeah, I think it's good that they have Messi there because they're going to be learning from the best how to deal with pressure, how to deal with expectations,
Boy.
how to yourself, how to manage. Yeah, I think having Messi in your team is a benefit. There's never there's never a loss having Messi in your team.
Boy. I just saw Di Maria still playing for them, you know.
Ain't he retired?
No, he's there. He played the other day.
Mad.
Otamendi, you know, boy.
He's still about.
They're going down. They're going off a cliff. Once Messi is gone, yeah, boy.
Bruh. Because Messi adds 20% to all these plays, you know.
It's true.
Yeah, man like
It's true.
Rodrigo De Paul.
Yeah.
That
He sipped that
bodyguard.
Messi juice, bro. Man said I'm gonna bodyguard. He boosted the stats by 50% just to win it for Messi.
Yeah. But yeah, that's that on the international front. Let's go into some Premier League stuff. I want to start with Crystal Palace. You know, they got rid of Patrick Vieira and brought in Roy Hodgson.
Tried and tested. It's part of the furniture over there.
I don't blame them for getting rid of Vieira because we kept saying, well, I kept saying at least, they don't score. They don't do nothing. They try to control the game when they're 1-0 up without scorers. You can't control the game with flipping Eduardo or Mateta. I think Vieira's management skills or game management skills was poor. And ultimately he's cost himself. Because you're playing guys that shouldn't be playing, and you're trying to manage out 1-0 wins when you don't have the firepower to even threaten the opposition. The whole of 2023, you ain't won a game. You won 3 games back to back where you couldn't get a shot on target. You've been 12th for so long, now you're on the relegation battle. You got to do something. You can say, yeah, they didn't give him money to spend, blah, blah, but you can see that his game management was poor. And then you can argue that he didn't play against any of the top. All the games that he played was against the top side teams, but some of these bottom teams have beaten the top side teams. Bournemouth beat Liverpool 1-0. So why can't you grab a win?
But all the teams around him have invested in January. All of them have, and they've actually spent a lot of money compared to what those clubs do. They've all brought in players, and Palace haven't brought in no one in their attack for how many seasons? Probably 2 seasons. 2 seasons now.
Palace keep signing strikers, but I don't know. Maybe they say to scouts, find us the worst strikers in Europe and sign them, because Eduard, Mateta, Schlupp, Jordan Ayew. Why?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like the players they bought centre backs. They bought Anderson. They bought Gahey. They bought who's they buy? I don't know. But they bought the Core. But those are like exterior players. They haven't got no goals. They haven't got a certified goal scorer. They got nice little players that do dribbling and all that stuff, but to put the ball in the back of the net. And every other team has really gone to spend that kind of money to find those players. They should have got someone on loan. But yeah, I think it's harsh. I feel like they would have stayed up anyway. They clearly got talent. They're going to win some games, and Roy Hodgson's going to get all the glory, and he's going to leave at the end of the season. They're going to be back to square one, looking for a new manager. So that's what I think is going to happen, and I think they should have stuck with Patrick.
Yeah, I agree. I think they should have stuck with Patrick. Yeah, my whole point was, like you brought up earlier, El Caps. They played with the harder teams. You did say some of the lower teams did beat some of the bigger teams, but still, that's like a rare one-off. I think they would have stayed up with Vieira. I really do. And then I saw a stat that Palace are third in the league in terms of gaining points from losing positions. So it shows that they have some fight about them. They have something about them at least. So I think getting rid of him was a bit harsh. And then to bring in Roy Hodgson, it just doesn't make sense to me. But if Palace play up, tried and tested, I guess. But if Palace stay up, then I guess it was the right decision.
Because if you sack Vieira, who on the market right now would you bring in for Palace? Because there's no one out there like that at Palace's level.
Ian Dowie.
Wasn't he like 2007?
Alan Pardew, you know.
He was the one
Man will
that
come and
brought
do that.
them into the Prem.
But to be fair though, there's always managers about. It's not our job to know. We didn't know who De Zerbi was before he went to Brighton. There's always managers about, and they need to commit to a project. They need to commit and really, really commit for the next 5 years. If they get someone like Pochin, for example, that kind of level or type of manager, we're going to give him projects and give him all the money and investment and scouting staff. Just hand the keys to him. They'll go places because they're still a London club.
Yeah, I think for me, bringing in what's his name, that old man,
Roy.
what's his name, Roy. I don't think that's a bad idea because clearly he's not a long-term appointment.
Yeah.
Why rush a long-term appointment mid-season if you're going to sack your manager? Bring in Roy, use the time to find a long-term appointment. You know that Roy is tried and tested. You know his methods. You know how he works. You've worked with him for years. So it's a tried and tested thing. You know he's good at what he does and he can keep you up. Stay up, bring in a good manager, and the manager you bring in, you have to back him. Because there's leaks coming out how Vieira didn't really set the teams, and he wasn't really tactical. He was relying on his assistants and blah blah. Hodgson, you know about Hodgson. He's got the pedigree. I don't think it's the worst. I would have sacked Vieira as well because they're 3 points of relegation now. They shouldn't be in that position. They're 12th, but they're about 12 points behind 11th and 3 points ahead of the relegation team. You shouldn't be in that position. You should not.
The thing is, who above them should not be above them?
It's not even that, but if you're 12th here, you should be 12th and clear like 11th Villa. Villa are 11th and about 16 points clear of the relegation battle.
But
You
Villa
should be at least 15 points clear.
Villa spent money. They spent like hundreds of millions. So they
But
should
Palace
be 12 points in front of it.
shouldn't be dragged into this, man. From the position they were clear. And
I agree,
they haven't won a game.
Yeah. They shouldn't have been dragged into it, but is that enough to sack him, in my personal opinion? No.
9 games, no wins in 2023. What are you gonna wait till you get relegated to say a shit? Because the trend was trending downwards. All you can see is we haven't won the game in 2023. Do we wait and be in the relegation struggle fully, or do we do something about it now? While we still got a bit of a breathing room.
I hear that. You know, football's a ruthless game, man. That's what happens. Well, yeah. Going into another topic, I want to ask you guys a question about the whole relegation battle. You know, 12th to 20th, like we've mentioned, is a whole lot of teams there. A difference of 3 points. We've never seen anything like this before. A lot of top players in those teams that are in the relegation battle. So when I ask you, I guess we're Man United and Arsenal fans. So for Man United and Arsenal, if you could pick 3 players from 12th to 20th, this team, if 3 players from any of the teams got relegated, who would you pick?
I'll let you man go first.
I'll go Declan Rice, Nonto from Leeds, and there's a player for Southampton called Romeo Lavia. I'll take him.
Is that your top 3?
That's my top 3. I was thinking Madison, but then
you got Odegaard.
We got a few creative players and expensive.
Oh, Madison!
I'm taking Madison.
I forgot about Madison.
I'm taking Madison.
I'm taking
thinking, Rice.
Yeah, go on.
And I'm taking Nunez.
I was thinking, Mateus Nunez is really good too.
I'm taking them 3. Because Nonto, or whatever his name is, he's good, but we've got Rashidi in his position.
And Ahmad is a similar type player.
Yeah.
Even though he's left-footed.
But did you see his cameo, Nonto's cameo against England the other day?
I didn't see it. No.
Did you see it, Dens?
I saw some of it.
He came on and did all right. I watched it
Yeah.
live. He was doing his thing.
From
Yeah,
what
but
he's the top player,
Yeah,
and he's only 19.
yeah. Imagine him backing up Martinelli, coming off the bench from Martinelli. I'll take that
Yeah.
all day.
I would take. See now you said Madison is kind of thrown off. It's difficult, you know. See, the midfielder is out of Lavia and Onana.
Yeah, but say Onana's there too. Yeah.
One of them two. I would take. I gotta pick Onana. I'll pick Onana. I would pick Nunez, and I would pick that centre back from Southampton, that Bella Kotchap.
Yeah, he's good too. He's good.
And he's young. He's only like 19.
Yeah. I was also thinking of Anderson for Crystal Palace, the centre back. From what I've seen, he's all right.
Yeah, he'd be a solid backup.
he's
But
decent.
I don't want nothing to do with Elise though.
Man, yeah, they got Elise and Anthony already. We don't need another one.
For real. For real. I heard he played for the France under-21s, right?
I think so. He should. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah. But, yeah, like this relegation battle, we spoke about it. But again, like, we can't really... Things haven't changed because the points are so tight and it can just change completely from week to week. So we're just going to keep an eye on that and see what happens. And no one picked anyone from Nottingham Forest. They got a few.
The
I
only
do like-
player I'll take from them is Navas as a backup keeper.
I'll take Brennan Johnson though. He's really good. I like him.
Over Gibbs White.
Yeah. Johnson's really
What?
good.
Is it Morgan Gibbs White?
Yeah.
I don't
You're
see
right.
where he strengthens United.
Yeah, his talent ain't that great for me. He's good, no doubt, but there's other players better than him.
Yeah, I don't see where strengthens United. For me, Keylor Navas as a number 2.
Yeah, he's good.
I wouldn't go blind.
Yeah, makes sense.
But he's there on loan, isn't it? So he's going back to his parent club. So
Yeah. But yeah, that's that. I guess, yeah, that's everything from me. You might have got any questions or any topics you think we need to talk about?
No, everything I can think of is to do with the club. So like when Start gets back, yeah, I'm ready.
Oh, well, I guess one more thing, Plant Benavides. So yeah, Benavides, yeah. Was it unanimous decision?
unanimous, yeah.
Yeah,
115,
unanimous.
112, 116, 111, and 117. Yeah, something like that. No, 115, 113, 16, 12, and 17, 11.
Yeah, I had, good fight. I had him winning before the fight because of his size. When Caleb Plant, when he lost against Canelo, it was Canelo's physicality that really he couldn't really deal with. And he kept making the same mistakes that Canelo capitalized on. And I saw Benavides doing the same thing. He just, the first couple of rounds, it was Plant, he was jabbing, moving. But I think Benavides was just biding his time. And then, the middle to later rounds, he just took over, dominated, hurt him on multiple occasions, and got the deserved victory.
He's a solid fighter, man.
He's good.
I want to see him in Canelo.
That's the fight that we need to see. The Mexican fans need to force Canelo to fight Benavides. Like they forced him to fight Lara. Because Canelo didn't want to fight Lara, but the Mexican fans were onto him. And he fought him. So hopefully the same happens with Benavides.
I think Benavides is the type of fighter that Canelo likes to fight. Anyways, I think we'll deal with him.
Yeah. Stylistically, yeah. But the thing is the physical strength.
He can't out-strengthen like he does with other fighters.
Yeah, because I think everyone else apart from maybe Danny Jacobs and Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., he was probably strong, and Bivol. that he was probably stronger than. That was stronger than him. The rest he's been stronger than, and he's beaten him. But yeah, I think Benavidez is stronger than Canelo, so it'd be interesting to see how he deals with him. But yeah, people are saying, I saw a comment that Benavidez is the fighter that Cesar Chavez should have been. I kind of agree with that. They kind of have a similar style. They use their size to their advantage. But the thing with that is Canelo dealt with Chavez easily.
Bed and breakfast.
Yeah. So it's a similar style. So if you kind of base it on that, you'd think Canelo would beat him. And Canelo's body, I know you'd be destroying that body as well.
That's what I was gonna say. The body, because Benavidez, I don't think he's too good with his body. He doesn't really protect his body as well. Canelo is shorter fighter, and Canelo is one of the best at going to the body. Them hooks to the bodies here. I think Canelo's gonna stop him if they fight.
I don't know. I think he's too tough.
Late stoppage.
I think Benavidez is too tough to stop.
I think
and his size as well. And yeah, Canelo's used to fighting taller fighters as well.
Yeah,
he's fought multiple taller fighters and he dealt with them all. So that's not a problem.
Yeah, I'm seeing. I think it'll be a great fight. It needs to happen. And Benavidez, he was very respectful as well. He wasn't trying to put no smack on Canelo's name, because you can't accuse Canelo of ducking him, because he's fought everyone. So
yeah,
it's just about the money and getting the money right. But I'd love to see that fight come September, the Mexican Independence weekend. Make it happen, man. But if it does happen, I'm putting my money on Canelo's late stoppage.
Yeah, I would bet Canelo to win that one. But yeah, I think that's everything from me.
I got nothing else, man. Shout out Leon Edwards for retaining.
Yeah, great fight, and he's the man now.
Yeah,
he's the man. I like to see him against Colby. That's a great fight.
He's trying to avoid that fight. He's like, well, I don't want to fight him. Why should I have to fight him?
The thing about UFC, you can't duck the smoke.
You can't. If they say fight this guy, you have to fight him, or you get your belt taken.
Yeah. Oh, Adesanya Pereira's coming up. Who you got for that?
Pereira's beaten him twice already, innit?
And he beat him twice in kickboxing.
Yeah. I don't know, because Adesanya was winning and then he got. It's that same thing, isn't it?
That left hook.
Yeah. I think Pereira's going to beat him more convincingly this time, because he knows he's beaten him twice. He knows what to look out for. So I think he's going to beat him. Maybe not stoppage, but a unanimous decision. Because he's got the dossier on him. It's not like he's fought him and he hasn't lost. He's lost him. He's beaten them every time they fought. He's got the dossier. He knows where he's stronger and where he's weaker, what to avoid and what to attack. I think Pereira's going to work him and beat him easier.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, that's that. Yeah, we'll see. And yeah, that's everything from me.
That's it, man.
Yeah, that's it. Good around the international games. Yeah, looking forward to the weekend. Next weekend.
Yeah,
next weekend or this weekend coming up?
This weekend coming up first.
You not playing?
April. Leeds.
Oh, another easy win.
And Man City's playing Liverpool.
Nah, man, this is some judge, man. This is some BS, bro. Oh, come on, man. Arsenal at home to Leeds. That's a 4-0 win.
Yeah, but City got a game in hand. So
game in hand. If they win their game in hand, they're still 5 points behind you.
Boy.
And then they got Liverpool. Liverpool tend to beat them as well.
Liverpool are not good this year, though.
I'm not going to say that, man. They gave us 7 out to drink, innit? So can't say that about that. City at home, close game.
What I will say is that if City don't win that game,
the title's done.
They might have to start thinking about, do we start resting players if they don't win that game and we win our game
for Champions League?
Yeah, rest in place for Champions League.
Yeah, if City lose to Liverpool and you lot beat Leeds, you've won the league. Because you go 12 points clear.
That's crazy, man. But yeah, it's the truth.
Yeah, but let's not talk too much, man.
This
No,
guy, man.
because if City lose to Liverpool and you beat Leeds, you won the league.
It's
Because
over.
the only other way you lot can drop points is against City. And even if you lose to City, you're still 9 points clear. And if they win the game in hand, you're still 6 points clear.
It's over. Like
it's a wrap.
let's be real. If Man City don't pick up the win,
It's
and
done.
it's done.
Nah.
City have to win all their games.
We still
They
got to
have
go
to win it.
away to Liverpool, away to Newcastle, Chelsea at home, West Ham away. Let's not
You
talk
can
too
away
soon.
to Liverpool, you can draw. Newcastle, you can beat them away or draw.
We've lost every single time we went Anfield for like 10 years.
But like you said, Liverpool is the same Liverpool, isn't it? So why are you scared? Yeah, exactly. Come on, man. You Arsenal fans, man. I know you lot got this automated responses, chat GPT responses, but nah, man. The league is done.
The
It's
AI
a wrap.
program.
Yeah, AI program responses. Nah, man. We still got this and that. Nah, it's done. It's done. What you lot won the league, innit? Start celebrating.
Nah.
Boy. But yeah, man, that's that. Boy, well, I'm just seeing Portugal beating Luxembourg 4-0. Ronaldo got a double.
Hey, shout out to him in it. Shout out to him in it. Let him stat pad.
Anyways.
Ultimate stat padder. Shout out to him, man. You know he did sue.
Yeah,
The hardest sue ever.
Luxembourg,
The hardest sues ever.
Boy. Playing against fishermen, fam.
It's only half time as well, so he's got another 2 goals in him.
Boy,
Like, Messi must be fuming.
No, but
he's chilling.
Yeah, he's chilling. Now he's chilling. Like,
no, but Messi would want to get that international record as well, just to rub it in.
I swear Ronaldo's far from him.
Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah, Ronaldo's far. Yeah, but Messi still.
Yeah. It's not gonna happen, man.
No,
he's too
Ronaldo
far.
must be like 129 or something.
Yeah, he's too far.
Over 100 goals internationally. That's crazy.
Mad. It's the caps for me, though. The caps.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know he had that many caps.
How many caps he got?
Nearly 200, I swear.
Nearly 200. He's got over 100. So his ratio internationally is crazy as well. So you got
to respect it.
You got to respect him, man. Nearly 200 caps, over 100 goals. You got to respect him, man. That ratio is crazy. Not as good as my goat.
Here we go.
197 caps.
And how many goals?
120 goals, I think. Not including today.
Crazy.
You can't be mad at that, man.
Yeah, man. But yeah, that's that. Another episode of 245 Sports. Like, share, subscribe. Let us know what you think in the comments. And yeah, we're out.